Good evening, this is Nurullah from Abu Dhabi. Today I would like to share with you few points about attending a job interview and some of the prerequisites, the preliminary requirements and necessities that a person needs to prepare in advance prior to going for a job interview. Let's assume you got a call from a potential employer that you would have to come for a job interview the day after or the day after tomorrow or whatever, and you are too much excited about this call, and you don't know what to prepare and how to prepare. All of a sudden your mind is blank because you've been searching for a job for a long time, and whatever the opportunity that might come across in your path you would like to grab. And it is quite natural and obvious that you need to prepare in a thorough and meticulous manner before attending that interview. So you have one day more, you have one day available to prepare for your interview. What you need to do, keep one thing strongly in mind. Whenever you or anyone go for a job interview, it is very natural, depending on the number of years of experience that you possess, whether you are a beginner, fresher, starting the career after the education qualification, or you are in a mid-career, or you are in a mid-senior and senior job categories. It depends on your maturity level and experience in terms of how you would anticipate and attend the interview with confidence. But no matter what the experience level is, and we all are characterized by exhibiting anxiety and tension and mental, we can say mental agony by attending a job interview, because we are becoming nervous, because it is one of the biggest opportunities that you've got to prove yourself in that interview within one or couple of hours of time, in which the employer would be deciding whether to select you, choose you for that employment or not. So obviously and ultimately everybody is tensed, everybody is with utmost anxiety. So the first and foremost thing you would have to do is to try to contain and reduce and mitigate the anxiety level, your nervousness, as much as you can. Point number one, reduce your nervousness, look normal. Because the moment you get nervousness and anxiety, you would lose your control and you would start stuttering and you lose your continuity, and that's it. The first impression is the best impression. So you would have to prove yourself within the given short period of time. So look normal. How to look normal? You have to practice as much as you can within the given period of time. Practice in front of a mirror. Practice in front of a front camera of your mobile phone. Practice, practice, practice. Before practicing, gather and collect as much information as possible pertinent to your interview specialty area, which job requirement you are going for, which job role, and what is the experience required for that. Explore a lot, collect information, try to memorize the keywords, try to memorize the important technical jargons, important technical terminologies. Try to be more stuffy, to gain as much knowledge as possible, for you to be able to express yourself, exhibit your knowledge in a required way. This will boost your confidence, by the way. This will boost your confidence level and also accordingly your delivery quality. So practice. So the practice is the key to try to reduce your anxiety level outwardly. Number two, once you go for that interview, and you can Google so many tips and tricks for interviews, and few of the important things I'm telling, certain normal things. Go inside and look to the eyes of the interviewer when the interview is going on. Never fidget, never, demonstrate any behavior that shows your lack of credibility or lack of commitment or dedication. Looking to the eyes straightly into the interviewer is very key trait and trustworthy trait that would gain confidence from the interviewer on you, and which is one of the important positive optimistic trait. Look to the eyes of the interviewer when he or she talks with you, and be confident in deliver what you prepared. Even if there is a question asked which you don't know, do not straightly reply that you don't know. Sometimes, yeah, we have to be honest. We cannot fabricate, we cannot manipulate. At the same time, we cannot be so blatant on telling that I don't know. Then the interviewer will eventually decide and determine that this person doesn't know and he doesn't have the required knowledge or skills for the job. So you have to do a little workaround by telling things relating to that, at the same time ensuring that you are not beating about the bush. Do not blatant, but try to answer as much as you can, which is more relevant to the question that has been asked to you. When it comes to strengths and weakness, if the interviewer asks you about your strengths and weakness, strengths, you are always proud to tell your strengths. But when it comes to weakness, don't be so honest, transparent that I lack these skills, I am very weak in this and that, which ultimately portray your lack of skills or characters that is pretty much required for the job. Most of the times, make your weakness a strength. For example, I'm telling you one, straightforward answer that I would be giving for such question. What do you think your weaknesses are? I think my weaknesses are constant chasing and following up with the people. Sometimes people tend to mistake me and tend to consider me as an annoyance because I chase them too much. But at the same time, I ensure that the things are getting finished on times, most of the times well ahead of the given timeline. Basically here, the chasing or continuous follow-up is the weakness of yours that you are telling to the interviewer, while in itself, the chasing or continuous follow-up per se is a great quality any professional should have to possess. Continuous follow-up and chasing is very much required. Sometimes it is considered to be a weakness if you are a little too much on the intensity of your follow-up, but this is a strength on its own. This is an example. So in such a way that you will not be telling your weakness, the actual lack of certain things, certain skills or certain character, but portray some of your strengths with high intensity which you consider as a weakness. Okay, so you attend your interview. This is a basic, outwardly superficial tips and tricks I'm telling. When it comes to subject knowledge, expertise or know-how, you have to prepare. Preparation is very important. I'm not coming into the preparation topic. You have to prepare. You have to practice, prepare, present, do a mock delivery in front of the mirror, in front of the smartphone front camera or whatever. Practice and prepare. That gives you enough confidence. Then whatever I'm telling is in addition to your preparation and the practice. Okay, once you finish your interview, you confidently complete the interview and you are 100% happy and confident that you did perfectly well. You are very confident, you are very sure that you would be selected. That kind of confidence that created within yourself. This is one of the importance. Reduce your expectation. After the interview, this is my experience. For example, I attended many interviews with a lot of good performance as per my own self-evaluation. I did my interview perfect as per my self-judgment or self-evaluation or self-assessment. So I always made my mind that surely I would be selected or I would be called for next phase of interview. But this is the lessons I learned or experience I gained. Never increase your expectation. Don't expect too much that you would be selected or you would be called. There are so many factors that might prevent the employer to call you for a next level of interview or to select you for the employment, although you did well to the expectation of the interviewer, or to your own expectation you did perfectly well. Sometimes it is the other way around. For your self-judgment you did well, while for the interviewer you wouldn't have covered all the questions, all the requirements that might be required for that job role. Always reduce your expectation. Simply do apply. Keep applying for the jobs. Keep continuing to apply for the jobs while you expect for the results of the interview that you attended. Reduce your expectation. The less the expectation, the less the disappointment. The more the expectation, the more the disappointment. This is not only in job interviews, in anything in life. The more you expect, when you don't get what you expect, the highest amount of disappointment and frustration you would be getting. The same applies to job interview. Reduce your expectation. You did well, perfect. If they select you, shortlist you, they would call you, and you keep continuing your efforts. Never stop your interview simply because you think that you attended that interview perfectly well. Then they would not call you for whatsoever the reason. Perhaps you might have attended it well, you did your best, but the employer might not have obtained the required approvals from the management, or they abolished the position, they closed the position due to the cost related issues. Several organizational reasons they might have closed the job itself, although you attended and gave your best in your job interview. Or otherwise, the employer might think that you wouldn't have delivered your job interview well. Several reasons. Whatever it may be, things would automatically come to you which it is destined for you. Your job is to do your efforts to the utmost, and things will automatically reach you. Do not get stuck. Stop your efforts simply because you did your things well, and that would come to you. And these are all the small things which I thought I would share with you, because during my several interviews I attended, these are all the things I thought it would be of use for the job seekers, regardless of the seniority level, whether they are freshers or mid-level, mid-senior or senior levels. And thank you so much guys for watching this. Have a fantastic evening ahead.